Hello again. Today I'm doing a video that I've been meaning to do for a while. Last year I did a video of my 𝙊𝙩𝙩𝙧𝙤 collection thus far before their comeback with Last Melody, which reminds me I need to do an upgraded version for that, which I'll try and do soon. But today is Red Velvet Day. Yeah. This is my Irene fan, and that means that today I'm doing a Red Velvet / Irene collection video in celebration of their upcoming comeback with Feel My Rhythm, which you'll probably see this video once that's already out. But because I just also finished my set for the smcu Express album, I figured, hey, I'm pretty much caught up with my collections right now, so let's do a video. And yeah, while we wait for Feel My Rhythm and for those albums to arrive, which crossing our fingers to get Irene pulls for those. If you don't know, I'm Irene biased obviously, and I haven't had luck pulling her photo card in literal years. I think, well, I mean, I did pull her card for one of the Monster albums, but I don't count that because there's a much higher chance of getting her card versus getting her card in like an OT5 album, if that makes sense, because it was just her, 𝙁𝙧𝙞𝙀, and the unit cards. But like I don't count that. But if we want to go, you know, with like a regular OT5 album, the last time I pulled her cards were when I started my Red Velvet collection, and I got Ice Cream Cake first and I pulled her card, and then a little after I got Russian Roulette and I pulled her card, and that was in 2015 and 2016, I think. So yeah, it's been a while. So we're really hoping for pulls in this comeback, but today I'm just gonna go over my entire Red Velvet and Irene collection. So this is gonna be a long video, and I'm sorry in advance. I'll try not to talk too much though, so that we can just like quickly go over everything, because it's a lot. It's like a lot of albums, a lot of cards, and yeah. But for now you can just see what I have here. It's a fan that came from the only slogan that I owned, and it's Irene, of course. So I'm gonna like start with this because it's right here. It came with cards too, but those are in a binder that I'll show you when I get to that. But basically this is the only slogan that I own, and of course it's Irene during Summer Magic era. It's the cutest slogan though, with little carrots and the bunnies. And of course it came with the fan. It's part of also of that fan sign, and then in the back we have her name. And Always Beautiful is the fan site that made these. So pretty, I love it. I just don't know how to display it, so I just keep it in the little sleeve. But it's there in my shelf. So that's, I guess, the first thing that we can go over. I'm gonna start with all the albums, and I'm just gonna go over like really quickly my favorite album, my favorite packaging, and what else? Favorite album, favorite packaging. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that I would want to choose from albums, but I'm gonna start with like the very first one. Of course, we're gonna go in order. So we have, sadly we didn't get anything for Happiness or Being Natural, but we do have Ice Cream Cake here. So I got this, like the first one I bought, and I got a random version, which was this one. And then I think last year I finally got my hands on the color version, which I'm so happy to have both versions now. I love this album so much, especially because we get to see in both of these versions we get to see that, you know, this is what red velvet is all about. We have the red version, the velvet version, which is their entire concept, red velvet, their name. So we love that. And I'm actually really surprised that that we haven't gotten anything like in this kind of packaging anymore, because I thought this is what we were gonna get like since the beginning. We did get more of these, but then it was kind of weird because after this they gave us this jewel case packaging that we all hate. We literally, everybody hates this packaging. And we got like a couple of albums on this packaging, which are probably like one of my favorite albums, which this one is one of my favorite albums. And then we have Bad Boy and Peekaboo, the perfect velvet in this kind of packaging, which is sucks, but you know, at least we moved on from this packaging ever since. But yeah, after this we got the red, this one right here, and then velvet, which actually kind of cool because you can put them like this. But aside from the jewel case packaging, these are awesome albums. I think the red is like one of the best RV albums because there's just so many good songs, but then again all their discography is amazing, so really like can't go wrong with them. And then we came back to the packaging that I liked at first. I was really just like a fan of these like small photo book packaging wise because I just like them. They're just like small. They're not too small, but they're not too big, and they're definitely not jewel case, so that beats jewel case. But oh, you know what, I should totally go over my favorite like concept in general when it comes to album photo shoots. And yeah, it's this one. I am a Russian roulette enthusiast. I love this album, I love this era, the styling, the photos, the song, everything about this era I'm just like a huge fan of. My dream wishlist item is to get a promo signed album of Russian roulette. I'm still on the lookout for that. And another of my wishlist items is also the light stick. I still don't have it. I keep putting it off because it's just so expensive, and I'm like, do I really need to spend $50 on that light stick when I could get like, I don't know, 2-3 albums? That's my logic sometimes. So I end up like going like with something else and then going like, okay, I'll buy it later or whatever, and then I never do. But I definitely want to get it this year, the light stick, and hopefully I can get a signed album as well. Really want the Russian roulette signed album, but if I can't find a Russian roulette signed album, I'll probably just go with any album really. So after that, what came after Russian roulette? Oh, of course, Rookie, which we got like a whole different kind of packaging for that, and then we started with the member covers. So of course I have Irene's cover. I feel conflicted about this packaging because even though I do like box packaging like this where you like open it, and it can be a little too fragile. Like the corners can like rip with the weight, depending on how you place your album. Like mine is intact so far, which I've been lucky that nothing has happened to any of the corners, because I do put this album standing up like so. But I do like the packaging of it. It was just like we were getting so many different kinds of packaging, and like I was just confused because we started good and then we went wrong here, but then we went back to this and I was like, yay, but then we got this, so I was like, what's going on? But so far the only kind of packaging that I was enjoying was this, and obviously my least favorite is the jewel cases. We don't like jewel cases. It's just, I don't like it. what happened after Rookie? I'm trying to remember because I want to go in order, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it was. I think it was this. I think it was this. Yeah, it definitely was. The red summer. So then we went back to this packaging, which is, you know, Russian roulette and ice cream cake. And I actually really enjoyed it because it was like a different kind of like it's different in texture, I guess. I don't know, the material, it's different. I don't know how to explain it, but this is more like glossy, and then we have the glasses that are like holographic, and it's shiny and pretty, and I really enjoyed this packaging again. But then why are you going back and forth between different things? I was so confused. But I do like this packaging. It's pretty much the same as this because they're the same size. So they're the same size. This one's just a little bit thicker, but just a little bit because the photo book is thicker. But essentially it's the same kind of packaging, just slightly different, I guess. But then from this, what do you think we went to? Yes, we went back to jewel cases with Bad Boy and with the Perfect Velvet albums. I love these albums, don't get me wrong. These were like, I think they're top tier eras. Like everybody loves Bad Boy, everybody loves Peekaboo, and I personally really like this album. A lot of my favorite songs come from this album. So my favorite ones, you know, we have Look, we have I Just is like my super favorite Red Velvet song ever. It was actually my intro for a while before I think I changed it. I don't remember to what, but yeah, it was my intro for a while. I Just is an amazing song and I love it so much. But we also have Queendom Come. Everybody loves Queendom Come. And yeah, we have a lot of good songs in this album. So this packaging was kind of a letdown. The photo cards were so cute though, so that kind of made up for it. But yeah, then we had Bad Boy with the repackage, and again we sadly got jewel case packaging for this as well. But we love Bad Boy, and we just look past this ugly jewel case situation. The photo books are great though. It's just, this was not the kind of packaging that fans like, and I think it was just like very for everybody. And then once again we went back to this packaging that we had been seeing with the Red Summer and Russian Roulette and their first album with Ice Cream Cake, which again, this was my favorite kind of packaging. Up until here, we're back to the one that I like, so I was like, yay. But this is where we also got member specific versions again, which this was such a struggle to find for like not a very expensive price. Right now it's obviously back to being expensive because it's not like you can buy these limited versions anymore, because yes, this is a limited version and this was a normal version. And let me move this over to the side. But I absolutely love this packaging as well. I like box packaging for some reason, and they are the same size too, so I was always okay with it. It took me a while to get this version, but we love it. I think this is like one of my favorite albums, just because of how like interactive it is. It's not even, well, not interactive, but like, you get what I mean. Like, you can display it and use all the little puzzle pieces that are in this box, and like, yeah, it's really cute. It's like a really cute idea, so I was really into that. Sometimes I display the little pieces, and sometimes I just leave it like this because I love this picture of Irene. She's just so cute. So I really like this packaging. So we were back on track. And then after that, sadly, my friends, we went back to this. RBB is an iconic era. It's a great song, underrated. Everybody hated it, but it was, honestly, it was great. I loved it. But yeah, we went back to Jewel Case, and I was not happy about that, but you know what, I did not mind, because this is where one of my favorite Irene photo cards came from. Of course, I'm talking about the black bow photo card, and I'll show it to you once it's time to check my binders. But yeah, that is probably the only thing that saved this packaging for me, just the photo cards. But yeah, so that was that. I kind of skipped over Cookie Jar, but I guess I'm gonna make a break here to go into their Japanese discography and go over both of those. So of course we have Cookie Jar, which again, Jewel Case, not a fan of, but it's okay because we do get two versions for this. So we got the Jewel Case and the limited, so you know, not so bad. It was kind of a struggle to find though. I think I bought this one on Amazon and this one on eBay, if I'm not mistaken, and this one took a while to arrive, and it was very expensive. Japanese discography is very expensive, which is why I haven't gotten Bloom yet. And there's like 4 versions of the album, I guess. One's like a DVD, one is like the normal, then there's member covers. So I'm definitely just gonna focus on getting Irene's member specific version of that. But yeah, they're very, very pricey, so it's like, you know, took me a while to get my hands on the sets for this and Sappy. But I bought this on Amazon, like I said, and not a very good idea to buy Jewel Cases on Amazon. That's a tip for you. They will usually just ship out the albums in like one of those bubble mailers, you know, those white bubble mailers with the blue Amazon logo or whatever that looks like a check mark. And that's pretty much all they do. So obviously they're gonna get cracked in transit, and that is how mine arrived. You can't see any cracks because I actually replaced the case for it with one of my old CDs. I think I had a CD of like Britney Spears or something. I don't know. I replaced the thing and that was it. But yeah, not a fan of Jewel Case packaging for that reason too. But this one, I really like this packaging. It's kind of like, you know, Rookie. I really do enjoy box packaging, but again, it can be very fragile when it comes to the corners. Thankfully mine are still intact, but I really like this. I really enjoy this packaging, though the photo book is so tiny. I mean, like, you would think, look at this, it's so thin. You would think it would be a little bit more thicker. I mean, it would definitely fit because there's space there, but you get what you got. And then of course we do have Sappy as well. This was way more expensive than the photo book version of it, but this, I think this one I got it from someone on Instagram. They did like they were helping people with, because they have a proxy or something, so I got it through them and it was cheap. But this one is actually more expensive than this one. I think, when was it, like 2 days ago, I was looking for Bloom on eBay. I think it was on eBay, and I saw this one for like 40 and this was like 20 something. So yeah, this one's more expensive, and the reason for that is because it has 2 CDs. So we have this one and then one on the back, because this is the what was it, I forgot. Is it like yeah, it has like what are they called? How do you open this? I forgot how to open this. Oh, there you go. It has like videos or something. So here's the other CD, and that's why this one's more expensive, I guess. But essentially same thing with that. We get the limited, which is the photo book version, and I think this photo book might be a little thicker than the other one, or maybe it's just the same. Yeah, it's just a little bit just a little bit more thicker than cookie jar, but still very small. And I mean, the good thing about Japanese releases is that you only have to worry about one card, like one card per member. At least that's what I'm hoping for in Bloom as well, because otherwise I'm going to be stressed. It is a very stressful life when you collect Irene. Okay, so now that we moved on from the Japanese releases, then we started with the 𝙊𝙩𝙩𝙧𝙬, trilogy, which I'm confused why we're going back to the 𝙊𝙩 festival again, but I will not question it. So we got, again, my kind of favorite packaging, which is this one, and then we got the member versions, which honestly, this little duo here, kind of like the Summer Magic one, I'm okay with. I really enjoy this kind of packaging. Again, it's the same size, and then we have like little member versions with their little like member specific things, so that was fun. And yeah, nothing bad to say about this. Oh, and then of course we have the kino for this. I do not have any kino for like Bad Boy. I think it was the Red Summer and Rookie. Those have kinos, but they're incredibly rare, so I do not try and get near that. But I do have the Day 1 kino right here, which is so cute because it's so tiny, but it's right here. Hello, 𝙊𝙩𝙩. So this is the, I guess, the set, the complete set for Day 1. So all good with that. And then we have Day 2. I think Day 2 is also one of my favorite like concepts and packaging. Well, packaging, I already said this is my favorite packaging, but like the entire aesthetic of this version is just my favorite, especially this is the guidebook version. I love the pastel colors, the purple, the pink. I just really love these dresses too, so pretty. This whole era was just very pink and I just loved it. But I really enjoyed like this like album cover a lot. And of course we have the other version, which is supposed to have Irene's little, this, I forgot what it was called, but yeah. So instead of having like member covers, we had member kits. There we go. Had member kits. I actually pulled Wendy myself, so I traded for Irene's kit, or I think actually somebody gifted it to me. Yeah, someone gifted me Irene's kit. And then of course the kino, very tiny and cute though. I think one of the albums for Feel My Rhythm is gonna be as tiny or maybe a little bit bigger than the kino, and I'm actually super excited about that because I like these so much. They're so tiny but like so cute. I don't know, I don't understand my reasoning for liking it, but I just do. And then we go into finale, and for finale we went again with this kind of packaging, which awesome, love it. But for the other version, this one is just slightly bigger than the other versions in Day 1 and Day 2, so that was kind of annoying because I liked things when they're like uniform, and you see what I mean. It's a little bit bigger, it's not the same size, so that was kind of a bum. Like when you're a perfectionist that likes when everything matches like in your shelves and things like that, yeah, it will annoy you. But again, I didn't mind this kind of packaging. It was different than the other ones. There's no slip cover, it's actually like box packaging. And we love the photo book so much because look at all the content we got. And of course I don't have the other version, which the other version has a pink photo book with another photo in the cover. I never tried to get the other version of, if I'm honest, because they're pretty much the same book, like the same photos and everything. And I love how it's like member specific and color coded. It's so cute. Yeah, I love it when they use their colors like that. It's just, I like it a lot. So that was finale. What noise was that? I really like the concept for the scrapbook version. I like that one a lot. So yeah, so far so good. This is my favorite kind of packaging up until now. But then we got Queendom, and for Queendom I was like so thrown off by this huge thing. Look how massive it is. It's really pretty though, but because it's so massive, I only got this version and I did not go and try to get the other one because there's a different cover. It's just the slip cover, kind of like in the other one. It's just the same photos. I mean, I will tell you that the photos in this kind of big, they're so gorgeous, but it's kind of hard to display something like this in a shelf. So this is also kind of my not very favorite packaging along with the jewel cases, but I don't know, I really like everything except how big it is. But at the same time, you kind of really do get like really high quality photos with this packaging, which we love. So I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted on that. I am kind of bothered a little that I do not have the other slip version. So I'm low-key trying to find it, but I'm trying to buy the album without like anything so that it's cheaper because it is so massive. So we'll see if I ever get that other version. For now, I'm kind of just happy with this one for now. But yeah, we also got box packaging that is actually with the case that we got introduced to with Monster, which I totally skipped that, but I'll go ahead and do like units and solos at the end, I guess. But this packaging is actually now my favorite packaging. So why, I don't know. I think these cases are just so cute and I've been loving these so much. I don't think we're getting these anymore in Feel My Rhythm. Just low-key sad, but this is my favorite packaging thus far. Yeah, the only issue with this is the photo book. It can be a little tricky. Like this one is fine, but my Monster one kind of came undone and the pages just like fell out, and yeah, that's kind of like the only issue for me. But other than that, I loved it. I loved this packaging, so it is my favorite. Before it was, like I said, this kind, like these small photo books, they were my favorite, but then we got introduced to the cases in Monster and I was all over it. So let's go ahead and bring that, because we got, of course, I got both versions, and the photo book version, which it's very weird how this one's set up like that and then like this, but we still love it. And yeah, so I didn't really like this, how this version was, I guess, made this way, but I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just weird. Usually you get to do these kind of things like on the inside, so like you open it and then you flip the page or whatever, but they did it the other way, so that's kind of why it's just a little bit but of course we got introduced to these and I've been a fan ever since. I love these cases. I got an extra one of this white version, so I use the case for like, I store away like stuff. I used to put my cards there, but now I put like stickers and everything, so it's kind of like useful, you know. Like if you have extra copies, you can like do some things with the cases as storage or whatever, which is what I do. But yeah, I love this packaging. My favorite one, definitely. And then my second favorite is obviously the one that is the small photo book type, which we got like from Ice Cream Cake, and then we got Russian Roulette and some other albums. I don't remember which other ones, and of course the guidebook, the scrapbook versions of the trilogy. And then of course we have the solos. So we have Wendy's, which again, it gave us case packaging and a small photo book packaging, which I'm actually quite a fan of this. I do prefer this to what we got in the photo book version of Monster, so I do like this one. And this like little clear, I liked it. I kind of dig it. So yeah, we love this release a lot. This packaging, again, case packaging, my favorite. And again, with Joy, we got a photo book version and a case version. Again, big fan of the cases. I actually also like this, how they make her photo book version. It's so funny that they're all different when it comes to the photo book versions. Like the Monster one is different, the Wendy one is different, and then Joy's is like a spiral notebook, which I'm also digging. So it's like, I think the only photo book version I didn't like was the one we got in Monster, but these, I love them so much. So yeah, oh my gosh, that was a lot of albums to go through, but I'm still missing one, which is the last one we got. I mean, it's not exactly a Red Velvet comeback, but it is an album. So of course we have the Winter SM Town SMCU Express. This packaging was kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about it. It's so thin. The photo books were like 3 pages long and stuff, and then we got like these stickers, but we do get like really pretty posters and really pretty photo cards, and so that's fine with me. So yeah, that's it. That was the entire discography of Red Velvet thus far. That was all of their albums. So tired, and this video is already so long just showing the discovery, which is insane, because now we have to move on to the photo cards. So let's do that. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the random inclusions first. So that would be here. So yeah, we have all the random stuff here. So of course we have stickers, we have postcards, receipts, standees, all that. I don't collect every single like random thing like this. So basically I just, whatever I can get my hands on that is like big like this and stuff, so we'll have here. But like when it comes to album inclusions, like postcards and that, then yes, I definitely do have it. But like anything else that is like random merch or whatever I can get my hands on, it will be here. These are all 4x6s that I made, so they're replicas. They're not originals, except for like the finale and the Monster one, which are the official, which are these two and this one over here, only because they were gifted by my friend, but the rest are just replicas. But yeah, that is pretty much everything. I still need to put my season's greeting stuff in here, so I haven't done that because I haven't gotten it, but it should be in here as well. So yeah, so that is essentially all the like random inclusions, all those big things. This is where they're at, and that's like the stuff that I have. Now onto the fun stuff, the photo cards, because I just finished my SMCU set and it was a struggle to get to that card, the album one, not the one that SM Town version, because that one's like $100 and I am not the kind of person that spends that much on a card, so I did get a replica of it. But the other one, the one from their like the little album, the red velvet album version. That one was a struggle to trade for because everybody and their mom wants to collect Irene when it comes to anything that comes out. Literally with every release, everybody's just suddenly an Irene stan. And honestly, like, that's cool and all, but like I feel like some people just want to get her cards just to try and resell them later, which does not make you a nice person. Or also like to trade them for something super rare because they make her cards out to be rare, which again, album cards are not rare. There's literally, especially with this, like, I think they've scored so many sales on Feel My Rhythm, so there's no reason for her cards to be labeled rare and be overpriced. It's just a little, you know, a little FYI. Yeah, that means there's like so many in production because of the amount of album sales that they are recording right now, that overpricing her cards just makes you look really bad. That's just, it's not a thing. Like, it shouldn't be a thing, and I'm tired of people doing that because they're ruining the collecting experience for me and every Irene, like genuine Irene collector out there. Like, the amount of stress that we go through is so high, you have no idea. Like, I came this far, but trust me, it wasn't easy. So of course I have all my album cards first. They're all sleeved and holographic sleeves so that we can enjoy the backs. But everything else that I have, because I do have a lot of replicas, they are not sleeved in these. They are sleeved in either purple or lilac sleeves, but that comes afterwards. So of course we have every single album card here. I'm so excited because I have all of them. Granted, the only ones that I'm missing are the keynotes, but I don't worry too much about those. I never really cared for them to begin with, but especially when I got my keynotes and I pulled Wendy's and nobody wanted to trade with me, that's when I gave up entirely on the keynotes. So I was like, you know what, fine, I'll just make replicas and just live like that. But everything else, album card wise, I have, and it's official. And here is the last page. So this is where we are at right now. I traded for her ID, finally traded for her album card, and this is the SM Town version, which is a replica, but it's like really close. And the only reason why I have them like this is because the back for this one is on the other, it's flipped, it's on the other, so like you'll see what I mean. But yeah, like it will be upside down, and of course the replica has a different color, but you know what, it's still pink, it's still cute, I'm fine with it. Even if it doesn't match the other two. I really love that picture, and I'm just glad to have my set complete just in time for Feel My Rhythm. So because the comeback is near, I already have a page ready to go for the next era. And then after that we only have random stuff that I've been able to get, whether official or replica. All the stickers though, which is the first couple of pages, are all official. So we have these and this, because this is kind of hard to replicate, and they're not really that expensive. This is the AR card for, I forgot what it was, I think it was her fan meet or something, and that is definitely a replica that I made, but this is from the luggage set, and that's original. All the cash bees here except for the Swiss one are original, and the G Market, these two are replicas, but everything else is official. And then we have like more season grading stuff. Pretty much everything here except for these two are replicas. I bought these on eBay and I never got them, so I was scammed out of them, but then my friend gifted me these. So they're the only official ones I have in this whole page, which low-key sad, but you know what, I don't mind that much because some of the things that I make replicas of can really pass as originals. And then everything on this page is official, and I'm missing the new one for the Seasons Greetings 2022. The pre-order for K-Town For You is gonna go here, so it's already spot there for it, but this entire page official. So I guess that makes up for the other one being all replica, almost all of it. But here, of course, I have the fake, my fake keynotes, because I could just never get my hands on the real ones. Very overpriced, very expensive, and just hard to find. So I'll settle for those. I made one for the Mumo as well because that too is being overpriced. These are from the fan kits and they're official. This is a replica I made for the Precious Moments merge, and then these are official. They're trading cards from 𝙤𝙬𝙩𝙀 era. Then we have the tickets and the standee official, and then the trilogy hollows are replicas because very expensive, but the ones in the bottom are official. I'm missing Summer Magic here, which I already got but I haven't put it in here, but these are all official hollows, which the only official hollows I have. All of these are replicas of these SM Town Superstar cards, and then this is, of course, I didn't know where to put it, so I put the little monster lenticular there because, yeah, why not? And we have like more random stuff. Again, replicas. Everything here is a replica. These are from like her birthdays and like anniversaries and stuff, so that's where they go. And then we have the trolls stuff. These sets, it took me a while to finish the sets, but I got all of them. Of course, these are official. You can't really replicate these, but these you can, and I did because these are also very expensive. So I made all replicas of these, and even of the hollow one, which not a very good idea to make a hollow replica, but nobody can tell. So and then of course I made replicas of these because they were like really pretty, and I don't think we have any like holiday stuff for Red Velvet, so I think this is like the only thing we have. So of course I made replicas of it. And then I got these from someone. This is also a replica set, but these actually do have the backs, so I kind of like that. This entire page I made replicas of that myself. If you're wondering how I make my replicas, I use the website mwah.com. So if you wanna try making your own cards, you don't have to make replicas. You can like make fan-made stuff, which I've also done. But yeah, that's where I make them. And the only thing though is that you cannot design different backs for every card. So like all my replicas either have black backs or white backs, so you cannot make a back for like each one. It has to be for all of them the same. So that's the only thing, but we don't mind. Replicas again, except for these two that are official. I haven't found this one, so I made a replica for it because I just haven't found the original one. But I do want to get the official one because these are not very expensive. These are the scratch cards and they're very cheap, but I haven't found it, so I had to fill out the space with a fake for now. And then we end the section with fan-made stuff. All of these I've made in like little fan-made projects. So I made one for her birthday last year, and then I made a project for ice cream cake, and then one for their debut because we didn't have anything for Happiness Something Natural. And this is like a fan-made hollow from a group order I joined from someone. And yeah, so that is like the fan-made page, I guess. But yeah, that's it. This is pretty much all of my cards and all of my progress. So like I said, we're all cut up and we're ready for Feel My Rhythm, so I'm so excited. I can't wait for the release, and my mouth is dry. I've been talking for so long, it's like literally an hour, but I have to cut this down because I don't want to bore you people to death. But it was like most of it is not even me talking, it's just me going over all the discography. Red Velvet have a lot of discography. It's crazy how many years it's been since their debut, but I'm so glad that I've been following them from the start. I didn't start buying the albums until like 2015, like late 2015, early 2016. And I, of course, I don't think I started collecting Irene's cards until like 2018 at most. That's when I was like, huh. And then I started into the whole trading thing, and we've been here since, and it's been tough collecting Irene's cards. But I've met a lot of good people, a lot of nice and sweet people in the community. There's of course bad apples, but you know, we don't let those spoil the rest. We have to like just, you know, stay away from those people and just, you know, focus on the people that you've already made friends with and people that you trust in the trading community. And yeah, just because it's really hard when it comes to collecting Red Velvet and Irene, especially when you're collecting Irene. It's very expensive, very hard, but I've had very good luck meeting some people in the community, my fellow Revelovs that I've become friends with, whom have helped me a lot with my collection, so shout out to them. So yeah, this is it. If you watched all of this, thank you, but also don't forget to stream Red Velvet's new music video for Feel My Rhythm. By the time this goes up, it's already out, so go watch it and support my girls. You won't regret it, I promise you. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.